Hey guys, today I'm going to be installing the Front Runner Slim Sport roof rack onto my Ranger. Now I'm planning on running my spare on top of this roof rack. The spare comes in at 40 kilos on the dot, which leaves me 15 kilos to play with for other accessories on the roof rack. Now if you enjoy this video, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, check out the affiliate links down below in the description. They give me a small kickback to any purchases that are made after clicking them. All right, let's get into the unboxing. Let's see what we get inside the box. So everything seems to be very well packaged. We got our instructions down here, a shit ton of stickers. We got our mounting hardware, nicely bubble wrapped. Even a little note here. Hello, my name is Claudia, I think that says. I had the pleasure of packing your Front Runner product. It's time for you to take advantage of this big, beautiful world. Go on, get out there. Here's to many safe adventures. So that's signed by Claudia. Apologies if I got the name wrong. But it's a nice little personal touch from Front Runner. We've got 2 stacks of the cross rails, nicely packaged there. The other stack. And then the backbone of the system. These are the 2 mounting brackets that will mount to the roof. So it looks like everything you need, nothing you don't. Let's get to assembling the rack. I chose this roof rack for 2 main reasons. One, it's ultra low profile, sits only about 60 to 70 mil above the roof. It keeps the center of gravity down low and can only help with aerodynamics and therefore fuel consumption. Secondly, its bolt-through design means I can feel confident when taking the rig off-road that it's not going to fall off. Well, that's it for the assembly of the rack. I've put my tyre on there just to see how it's going to take it. It does deflect a little bit, but nowhere near as bad as I thought it would, being aluminium. The bars are quite thick. I've sprayed a little WD-40 on the screws before screwing them in because they are thread forming screws. There's no actual thread in these. They do recommend leaving 1 slat off to check for antenna placement on the front of the vehicle. So the next step is to get it up there, mark out the side trim pieces, and then we'll have to drop the roof lining and drill some holes. Forgot to mention too, in the hardware bag there's another little handwritten note. Thank you Herb D or Herbed for packing my hardware.
Alright, so I've been sick the last couple of days. Probably still sound a little bit congested, but I'm ready to get back into it, sweat it out, get the rest of the sickness out. So I'm going to disconnect the battery next. I'm going to be working pretty close to the airbags, don't want them going off by accident, knocking me out. So I've just recently gotten a new battery. One of the things I suggest when you do get a new battery, they normally come with these little caps over the terminals. I've kept them, so when disconnecting the battery, all we need to do is pop that back over there. You don't have to worry about it getting connected again. So because the roof rack bolts through the roof, I'm going to need to pull down the head lining to get access to the other side. So I'm going to need to pull out the A, B and C pillar trims, plus the grab handles on the top there and the sun visors, just to get access in there. Trim removal isn't exactly my forte. I've done a fair bit of it, but always tend to end up breaking stuff. As long as you go slow, Sometimes it feels like you're going to break stuff, but that's just how it needs to feel. Just, yeah, take your time. I did break quite a few of these covers for the grab handles. You can see there. They just seemed like they were really brittle and were going to break anyway, no matter what I did. Yeah. Now next, I'll have to remove these gutter trim pieces, and then we'll see how the rack looks on there. So I've put some undercoat primer on the inside of the holes on all the bare metal that I've just drilled out on the roof. While that's drying, I'll assemble the wind fairing assembly and get it on the roof. I've chosen to go with the standard wind fairing that's available for this roof rack. They do have the standard fairing, and they also have a light bar fairing where there is a cutout in the top here that'll fit a 40-inch light bar. I don't plan on getting a light bar at this stage, but this kit also comes with light bar brackets that'll go in the front top rail so that a light bar can still be put on top if I choose to go that route later on. Also, a thank you to Mazua and Nyko for packing my wind fairing and hardware. There's been a couple of highly watched videos from Tyler Thompson and Ronnie Dahl, which I'll link down below, going over the importance of roof rack load ratings and what happens if you ignore them. So I didn't show the nut plates that go underneath the roof before. I'll see if I can get the camera onto them now. So there's one of them. It's got a nice metal plate welded to a nut. Give it some nice surface area. There's the other one. Yeah. Reckon they'll do a lot better than hot rivets to keep the roof rack from falling off the roof. Well, the roof rack's on the roof now. I'll let the silicone dry overnight before I chuck too much weight onto it, i.e. my tyre. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Well, it's been a couple of days now since I've installed the roof rack. Very happy with the fact that I haven't found any water coming in from the holes that I've drilled. So my sealing job has been adequate enough. Today I'm going to finish the job off. I've just got to install the rubber trim pieces back into the gutter and put my spare tyre onto the rack. So it uses little slots big enough for a M8, I believe, bolt, 13mm head. I bought a few high tensile bolts and nuts. The rings that came with my ratchet strap to hold my spare tyre down will require a nut to be put into this channel. The nuts do actually seem to be a bit too thick to fit in there, so we might have to grind them down a bit. We'll see how we go.
Well, that's the Front Runner Slim Sport roof rack now installed on the Ranger. Some things I like about it. I like the slot design on the top there, how it accepts a standard M8 bolt. The nuts are a little bit thicker, so they will have to be ground down if you have an accessory that needs to bolt into the rack. But if you can get away with sticking a bolt out of the rack, then you're sweet. This thing here, I'm not sure exactly if it has a function other than to cover the bolt hole brackets there. It looks like it should sort of be able to hold something. I don't know. I do like the wind fairing on the front here, allowing for the air to scoop up and the rack not to make as much noise as some racks do. Hopefully that'll improve my fuel economy as well. Since I installed the rooftop tent, going down the freeway, it sort of acts like a sail, grabbing all the wind, and the fuel economy just goes through the roof. So hopefully with the wind fairing and the tyre breaking the wind before it gets to the tent, we have a bit of a smoother run. Also, as I mentioned, I do like that this rack is designed to bolt through the roof and comes with the hardware to do so. That, in my book, makes it a lot more sturdier than the pot-riveted models and allows them to give it a higher rating, or say that it is rated more than your vehicle. So if you want to check out this rack, I'll leave a link down in the description to Outback Equipment, where I purchased it from. They have a wide range of 4x4 accessories, so it's almost like a one-stop shop for anything you need. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.